off, and Steve and Brett, it's over to you to call the big clash this afternoon, Balwyn versus Noble Park.
Thank you, Brash. Of course, the big Queen's Birthday clash, two of the traditional heavyweights of the Eastern Footy League. Neither side travelling, you'd say, at their absolute peak so far this year, but I'm sure both are starting to find a little bit of form in the last week, or particularly Noble Park, probably more so. But don't discount Balwyn in this particular clash. They're at home, and they'll be smarting after those 3 losses. So good crowd in as we just look around the ground. There's a few spots, but not too many, as the siren just about blasts our eardrums out. And it's going to be Byers to go up in the ruck up against Anderson for the first time. Ball goes to ground, and it's going to be wrapped up well and truly in there. And we'll have our first secondary ball up of the game. So a big battle in the midfield today. Which way is it going to go? Up it goes again. This time the tap down, I think it was Byers again who gets it down. Ball comes out. Now Noble Park just trying to work it. Ball in possession now. Quick handball off. This is good from Noble Park as they spread it wide. That's Garnham loses contact with the ball, but it's in the hands of Aganustu. Gets a kick forward. Can they get a mark? No, back there and spoiling it was Weatheralls. And he sees it over the line for the first minus score of the game at least. It's a point to Balwyn.
Both sides lining up as a spare man in defence, filling that hole in front of the forwards, boys.
Correction, it's actually out of bounds, as you were.
So the boundary throw in deep in the forward pocket here. Anderson lost a tap out there to right. And that one is rushed over the boundary line, actually into the post, and we'll get take 2 on that boundary throw in.
Yeah, Kyle Martin matched up by Liam Fraser this afternoon. That's a good matchup, and there's plenty of good matchups here this afternoon. Tommy Wilson tracking on Jackson Sketcher.
As Kyle Martin tried to burst through the pack, we'll have a ball up for a change of stoppages here. Just a minute 20 played here at Balwyn, and then comes right into the ruck, taps it right down. Cross couldn't get a hand on it, neither could Anderson. Cross finally gets the kick out now. He did a great mark going back with the flight taken there by Ali Zijai, and he's going to go back from about 45 out. And when I say that at Balwyn, that probably means about 25. So on a slight angle, had this issue the other week out at, was it North Springwood?
This guy is
Lilydale.
Lilydale, that's right.
He really has come of age, young Ali Zijai. I remember in his under-19 days, he was a superstar, and he's probably been one of the young guns that has led the resurgence of the Noble Park Football Club.
So when he comes, the kick is just off to the left, and just the minor score. The first one of the afternoon. Noble Park 1 behind. Balwyn yet to score 2 and change played here on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
I think one of the things Noble Park will want to do this afternoon is try and contain the run of Tregear and Taylor Gilchrist out of the back line.
Well, just as you speak, Brace, Weatherald has just kicked the ball straight into the arms of number 51 for, who was that?
Declan Brunel for Noble Park.
Yes, it is, yep. Brunel, just down the bottom of the list, couldn't see him there. The first gamer, and what an absolute gift. You'd think he would kick this, but there'll be a few butterflies roaming around in the stomach. Here he comes. Jackson Weatherald, what a shocking mistake. Needs the kick. Yeah. And I think he sprayed it.
No, he's got it.
No, he's got it. He's got it. It's a great start. The young man, Declan Brunel, playing his first game, and he has the first major of the day, and it's Noble Park ahead 1-1-7 to no score on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
An interesting move there by Balwyn, guys. I see the Pendlebury's lining up here at full forward. You know, we spoke about him playing down back on Peever Wright, but they've put him down up here at full forward.
Yeah, Peever Wright's been roaming around a fair bit. He's been in the ruck. He's going to probably play up, forward, back, so he'll be all over the ground today.
So just the start that Mick Fogarty would be asking for.
Byers into the ruck here against Anderson. Just a couple of minutes played out here. Anderson wins the tap down. Doing the roving there is Martin. Gets a quick hand out, and all the way it comes out, and a hit is Ajay. At a point just a second ago, sells the dummy. Kick was smothered off the boot, and an opportunity now here for Balwyn. Hands over now here to Gilchrist. To Goebbels, met solidly, shook off the tackle. Almost looked like he threw it, but got it here to Gilchrist. Shakes a tackle, and that was Wilson getting a handball over the top, and it comes out onto the wing into the pass of Eberlet, and just over the boundary line, and we're going to have a free kick. Throw is the call. Too high the tackle, excuse me. So Balwyn get a free kick on the outer side. Here comes the kick in the direction there at Goebbels. Was wrestled to the ground, and he's won himself a free. So Jeff Goebbels, no, it's gone the other way. Well, he initially signalled the other way.
Yes, he did.
So a bit of indecision from the umpires early. So this one comes to Ananostu. He plays on quickly now. The kick down towards centre wing, and he finds the goal scorer for, sorry, that was Jordan Marston. And his quick kick in short. And he finds Hudson Thomas now. Thomas thought about the kick, nothing on offer. pumps it now in towards the forward line now here for Noble Park in the direction of right. Flying at the back. Oh, what a mark. No, not paid.
No, he couldn't play that.
Sketcher.
Well, Sketcher flying at the back.
I reckon there's a few that had their hands on that one.
No,
Yeah.
there was, definitely.
Let's have a look at the replay. Oh, yeah. I think Peever was going to claim that either way. But we get a play continues now after that restart. Kyle Martin tackled over the boundary line. We'll get a boundary throw in.
So good pace. This game's been played at great conditions. There is a bit of rain forecast today, but at the moment it's looking very, very pleasant here at Balwyn Park. Umpire throws it up. Peever Wright trying to wrestle in there. Doesn't get the tap on it though, and it's knocked out by Balwyn. It's O'Regan. No, it's not O'Regan. It is number 21, and that is Wilson, seeing it over the boundary line.
I've got to say, I've been really impressed when Noble Park have got the ball and been able to spread. They spread it quickly, and they've actually caught Balwyn a little bit off guard with their pace.
Maybe not going to use the corridor as much as we talked about in the early stages of the game. As the ball comes in, Byers gets to the front spot. Noble Park win it well. It was Sketcher in there. Now trying to get on his hands on it was, I think it was Ball. Now they get it out against Sketcher. Very close to the boundary. They'll be lucky to keep it in. And it's Martin who's taken across the boundary in a very heavy tackle. Just in front of the spectators over there. Put a push and shove. It's all handbags at 10 pace and stuff.
Yeah, one of our boundary rider be amongst the action down there.
Oh, he's bound to be.
He'd run the other way when he saw it coming.
Razor setting the tone. Here comes the throw. Anderson wins the tap down. Loose contested footy there on the deck. And no one can really get a clean hand pass out. Herbal it finally does in the direction there of his teammate Bailey Lambert. Does the roving. He's tied up. And we'll have a ball up on the 40 for Noble Park. So just the 1-1 to Noble Park here. 6 and a bit played on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Winning the tap down there was Thomas. Snap around the body in towards full forward in the direction of right. Can't take it on the bounce. It eludes Gilchrist as well. It's finally pumped out of the back line there by Churgwin, and a mark taken in opposite numbers there by Garnham, right in the centre square for Noble Park. He decides to switch the play and find Morrison now here on the half-back flank. His kick is an errant one, and it's just out on the full there. Intended target, Hudson Thomas. And a 40 kick here to Balwyn, and they're off to the races a little quickly, is Taylor Gilchrist, and they'll take it from their own 40. He decides to switch the play and go all the way back now here to Tregear. He switches in turn. Finds his teammate there in Chancellor. And the kick out wide, and Balwyn build from the back. Here's Churgwin and pumps one in towards the direction there is Smith. He can't take the mark, and Bull can't take it either. Tackled solidly there, looking for the footy there is Gilchrist. A good tackle applied. Jaffa Williams tried to shake one out, and it's gathered here by Noble Park. Here comes the hand pass out to Bull. Got a couple of options, switches across. Dangerous kick, but it was measured well. Finds Dylan Gordon. Now he's off now to Dusha on the outside. He kicks up towards the centre wing, and a contested footy and a foot race, but the ball is going to beat everyone over the boundary line, and we'll get a boundary throw in.
Tell you what, I'm pleased today. The man with the best name in the EFL is playing, Yaron Jaffa Williams. Great to see him out there in jersey number 11. There's the throw-in. We're just about to have the throw-in. Noble Park hot on attack. They've got the first goal of the game, and they lead 1-1-7 to no score. And it goes Byers, tries to get there, and it's probably going to go straight back out of bounds, is it? No, back on the ground, and very tight in there. Diving in over there was Lambert, and finally it does come out, and the kick back inside. It's going to be dangerous. Going up for it and almost taking the mark there was Collis. Collis back to Hudson Thomas, and Hudson Thomas fires at goal, but he misses. So a real opportunity goes begging for Noble Park, and they get their second behind of the day. It is 1-8, played no score on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. So Jackson Weatherald to bring the ball back in. Looking around for options, no one really presenting at the moment, but he decides to go short in the back pocket, and that is Jaffa Williams over there. Puts it onto the left, goes down the line. That's a shocking kick. They cut off nicely by Ball. So Luke Ball can launch it back inside 50. Just looking around once again, trying to survey his options. Slow service as he goes inside 50, trying to find a target. Up they go. No one gets here. The ball spills away, and Balwyn have got it for the meantime as they try and get it out, and they do well. Quick hands in the hands of Gilchrist. Gilchrist gets it down the line.
Oh, good mark.
Great Marcus Goebbels, the experienced man. Jeffrey Goebbels trying to get a... Oh, it's a nice guy. No, dropped on the ground, almost a mark taken, but no harm done as they go inside 50. Waiting there and taking the mark beautifully was Waddell. Getting in front of his man, and Lockie Waddell has taken the mark. It's a tough angle. He's right out wide. He'll probably be kicking about 40 metres on the angle as we go boundary side with Matt Fodia. So Waddell he's put it through. I think he has. Just while Matt was talking, we lost sight of the picture there, but Waddell puts it through. So Balwyn finally get their first of the day. It's long overdue. And Balwyn trailed by a couple of points. 1-2-8 plays. 1 straight 6 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
The first time that Balwyn have gone deep inside their forward 50 and they've kicked a goal. So, really, I don't think Rocket would be that worried if they only went in 6 times and kicked 6 goals, because the other times they only just went inside the line. And
nice introduction to EFL football for Lockie Waddell, VFL listed player from Port Melbourne.
So Noble Park, Kyle Martin doing the roving, tried to soccer off the ground. Oh, met solidly there. Was Fraser, and he's won himself a free kick. Just on the edge of the centre square now here for Balwyn. Here comes the kick in the direction there of the goal scorer Waddell. He couldn't take it. It's taken on the bounce beautifully and pumped in towards the full forward here for Balwyn. Hands off now. Here to Smith. He puts it through. Second goal in a minute there for the Balwyn Footy Club. And they're loving it down there on the Balwyn faithful. They're 2 straight 12. They lead Noble Park 1-2-8 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, how funny is football, Raymond? You know, basically Noble Park probably controlling the opening 10 to 12 minutes, and then within a twinkling an eye, 2 quick goals to Balwyn and they're in front. Yeah, look, that was made easy though, because when the ball contest come in, I was just watching the defender in Gannon, and look, he should have gone to the ball, but he hung back, and then when he did go to the ball, it left his man open, and if he'd have gone to the ball, I'm quite sure he would have got it.
So back in the middle, Baglava went up high, but I think Byers might have got that one, although Balwyn have won it. They get it forward, trying to find a target. Goebbels is there, he had it but dropped it, goes to ground, appeals for a high tackle, or appeals for something, and the whistle's gone.
As he slipped, he got grabbed around the neck by the Noble Park guy.
Really?
He played in the back.
Played in the back, yeah. So Goebbels
he tripped.
Checks into the... Oh, Marcus taken beautifully. Chris Pendlebury just presenting well and getting in front of Lockie Marola, one of the under-19 players that have come up in the last 2 or 3 years. So still trying to find his feet at this level, and the experienced Pendlebury getting in front of him there and taking the mark. So an opportunity. Balwyn suddenly have just come... It's like they... stayed in the dressing room for the first 10 minutes, and they've finally come out. This for their third in the last 5 minutes. It's not an easy kick. Here he comes, Pendlebury. He launches towards goal, and it looks to be off target, and it is. Just drifting through for a point. So 2-1 plays 1-2 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, and we've had coming up to 12 minutes in this first quarter.
So Pendlebury still without a goal in 2018. There's this kick out now in towards the centre square. Plenty of players flying. Unable to take the mark there was Taylor Gilchrist. The ball is pumped deep into the ball line. Foot race now here for Brunel. He's already got one this afternoon. Has he got 2? He has! Declan Brunel answers for Noble Park. His second of the afternoon. 2-2-14. They lead Balwyn 2-1-13. 12 and a half gone Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Put that one down to Hudson Thomas. A beautifully weighted kick into the forward 50, allowing young Brunel to run at full pace and pick up the ball on a beautiful bounce and kick a lovely goal.
This is one thing I noticed last week also with Noble Park. Their half forwards come into the corridor, deep into the corridor, and of course, you know, Thomas had the ball and he knew the player was going to be there, so rather than just shoot away, he passed it to him.
So tit for tat. Noble Park back in front as Byers gets the tap down. Going in there looking for it was Nelson, but he couldn't get it. The whistle's gone as Aganusta gets it forward, and the mark is taken back there by Pendlebury. In fact, it's Weatherall, sorry. Weatherall gets it down the line. Garnham tries to shrug his man off. He does pretty well, Garnham, too. Got a handball away to Nelson. Now the ball goes inside 50. It's a bit of a scrubby kick, but it might turn out all right for them. I think that little short kick into the pocket, looking for Martin. Martin taking the ground, and the tackle coming in there over the top. And we'll have a ball up as we go boundary side with Matt Fodia.
Spoke about that loose man. Noble Park's man with licence to drop off his man is Munir Gunny, I think. He's dropping off every chance he gets.
So throwing in the forward pocket. Peever right in the ruck. Gets up there with Baglava. Goes down there, and it's Nelson who tries to get it out, but he's well and truly tackled. And we'll have a ball up. So just a 1 point in it at the moment. Umpire throws it up again. Baglava, and I think it was over the top coming was right again. So Noble Park desperate to get this one towards goal, but it comes right across the face, and it's going to go out of bounds on the far side, so we'll have another throw-in.
As Matty said, if Garnier's allowed to, is going to take risks and run off his man, Rodney Eade better go out and tell Liam Smith to make sure that that doesn't occur and make sure that there's always a one-on-one, because if Ganem's allowed to do that all afternoon, he's going to cut you up.
So Wright versus Baglava in the ruck. Wright wins the tap. Tregear in there, as is Declan Brunel. Willie Collis that was. Brunel right to his side. 2 goals on debut.
He'd be wrapped for his first 2 kicks, wouldn't he?
He's still going to be buying the drinks tonight. Don't worry, rookie mistake. As this one come in from the boundary throw, tapped down there by Glover. Wright doing the roving for a change. There's one handballed out there by Cross. He can't get anything on it, and neither can Noble Park. It traverses the boundary line for a boundary throw. So 14 plays 13, 15 minutes gone. If you're listening on Radio Eastern 98.1 or streaming around the globe, efl.org.au. Just the one game in the Eastern Footy League this Queen's Birthday weekend as Wright gives it the 2-handed pump right back over the boundary line, and we'll have yet another boundary throw in.
Yes, we go to all corners of the globe.
Yep, no Barry Cotts this with the score centre this season. I was looking forward to this.
Barry. It's just not, it's not the same without him.
Yes, thanks guys. As this one moved here by Wright, he's going to kill me next week. As a tap one down here by Noble Park. Here's Cross now doing the roving for Balwyn, kicks it up towards the half-forward flank, trying to take the mark at the back. There was Braden Haynes. He gets dragged to the ground, and yes, he's won a free kick, held without, and about 55, or maybe probably 70, I would say, from home.
Tell you what, there's a nice size about this young man.
Very mobile too, Brash.
Here's Haynes' kick in towards the forward line here for Noble Park. Well, a bit of a dispute as to who was going to take it. Pendlebury finally did, and he wins the footy, but is told to come back. As it looks like we got 25. Yeah, I didn't see what that was for. But Pendlebury's going to take it now, edge of the centre square, across the half-back line here for Balwyn, switches it to the other side of the centre square, and it comes now deep in towards the forward line in the direction of Pendlebury. Almost took it one-handed, but it looks like he's won himself a free kick. And looks like the offender on that occasion, Ryan Morrison. And no, umpire's pulling it back.
Actually, it's a really good match. Morrison's had a fantastic year at fullback, and he's kept some of the league's best full forwards, down to minimum goals. He's got a good match-up again this afternoon. Chris Pendlebury, a very experienced footballer, and they're both around the same size, Ray, so he just can't afford to manhandle him, can he?
But I think one advantage of Pendlebury is he's got a huge leap.
Yeah, has only
off 2 steps, he's a great mark.
So Pendlebury, he'll line up from 35 out, slight angle. His kick is straight through the middle, and that's his first of the afternoon and his first for the 2018 season. 19 plays 14. Balwyn hit the front. 17 minutes gone. Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, it's very handy to have a premier fullback being able to be swung down the ground and able to kick a few, the odd goal here. Mother is a necessity of all invention, eh, Ray?
Well, he is a very versatile player. He can play almost in every position on the ground.
So back in the middle, up it goes. Getting up there and getting the tap down nicely was Anderson, and it's going to probably not come out of there. Free kick, in fact, on the ground. Noble Park players screaming at the umpire, but he's not interested as the ball goes forward. It's a scrubby old kick looking for a target. Going in there trying to cut it off.
Gone.
And that'll be holding the ball against Bolt, taking the ground.
Well, he didn't take the first option there, young Luke Bull. He didn't take that first option, and then all of a sudden tried to beat the pack, and he got penalised.
And so, Brett's man's got the free kick.
Yeah, the man with the best name in the EFL, Yaron Jaffa Williams.
I don't know. Jake Gaines as a surname is pretty good.
It's not a patch on Jaffa Williams. Every time I hear his name, I want to eat him dessert. Here he comes, Yaron Jaffa Williams. He's pretty handy position. He's almost straight out in front, and he's got it. You can tell the crowd going absolutely mad almost as soon as he kicked it. So Yaron Jaffa Williams puts it through, and Balwyn really getting a bit of a roll on here. That's his first of the day. And they jump out to a handy lead too. It is 4-1-25 playing 2-2-14 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, I don't think Balwyn have seen the best yet of Yaron Jaffa Williams. He's a very he's come to Balwyn with highly credentialed, and we probably just haven't seen enough of him. But when he has played, apparently from all reports, he's a very highly skilled footballer.
So Gaines into the ruck now for Noble Park. The tap one down. And we've got a free kick straight out of the centre square, going the way of Noble Park to Jackson Sketcher.
Probably a square up, I reckon, from that last one.
The Sketcher's kick is short. Just, that's almost giving away as Lambert takes the mark in the centre square, almost conceded 25 there, did Balwyn. Here's the kick deep in towards the forward pocket, flying at the back and unable to take it. There was Willie Collis. The hands out now here to Kyle Martin. His kick in towards goal is way off target, out on the full.
Should have done better with that. That wasn't very good there by Kyle Martin. He should have directed it to the top of the square then.
Look, he's a great player, Brash, but I still think that sometimes he plays for himself a little bit.
So Weatherald will bring the ball back in deep in the back pocket now here for Balwyn. Goes in short, finds Tommy Wilson. And looking for options upfield. Not much on offer, so kicks it up in towards the direction there of his teammate Mark O'Regan. He kicks it now up towards centre wing, looking for Jaffa Williams. Shot probably what he should have taken. Laying the tackle there was Haynes. Balwyn come away with a footy. Here's Jaffa Williams, so bursting through the centre square. Kicks in towards Pendlebury. Takes the mark. 40 from home. And he decides to steady the ship and go back and have a crack. And why wouldn't he after you kicked your first goal of the season just 3 minutes ago? He's almost directly in front, about 45 out from home for Balwyn.
Well, Chris Pendlebury completely outsmarted Ryan Morrison there. Pendlebury pushed him back and then made the quick reversal and was right on that lead.
So here's Pendlebury's kick. Oh, it's dead straight, and it's a 15-point lead to the Tigers. That's Pendlebury's second of the afternoon and of the year. And Balwyn race out to 5-1-31, plays 2-2-14, 20 minutes gone. We're into time on here in the first quarter.
Well, the midfield's already turned out to be where the battleground, it looks like it's going to be won this afternoon. When both sides have got it out of the centre, they've been able to score. And in this case, Balwyn just seemed to be able to, they're playing a little bit more cleaner.
So back in the middle, Noble Park will be a little bit shell-shocked as they go up, and it's knocked down there by Anderson. And it's on the boot, put forward. Can they get a mark? Yes, they can. Nicely taken by Collis. Collis gets onto his left foot, goes towards full forward. Can he hit a target? Should have been taken there. I think it was Smith that really just let that one bounce instead of really going for the ball.
I don't reckon no one talked to him then, Brett.
Yeah, it looked like he was almost right beside it.
Didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. A bit of lucky communication maybe will cut him some slack as the ball goes up. Right gets the tap in the ruck contest. Probably not going to come out of there though, and it's wrapped up nice and tight. Churgwin it was who had the ball at the end. So Noble Park, they could do with a goal here. They've just slipped off the pace in these last few minutes. Peever Wright takes it out of the ruck. His kick is smothered, and that ball unable to get it away. Jaffa Williams is there. He's having quite an impact in the last few minutes. It's a nice little tap out to it, and once again, it's worked down the line. It's Waddell, and it'll probably go out of bounds on that far side. I think it will. Yep, absolutely in front of the spectators. So we've had nearly 22 minutes played in this first quarter, and it's been Balwyn's back end of the quarter. They've got themselves into a 17-point lead, so Noble Park wouldn't want to concede any more points. Mick Fogarty might be a little bit concerned.
So in comes the boundary throw. Anderson in the ruck against Byers. Probably got a little shove. The kick now in towards half forward now here for Balwyn. Fisted back down there by Haynes. And away come the Noble Park Bulls. A good handball over the top by Ball. It gives it now to Byers. His kick now in towards the forward line. Good spoil from behind. Tregear couldn't take the crumbs. Loose footy on the deck. It's picked up now here by Smith. His kick in towards goal. Oh, contender for goal of the day by Jared Smith. Wow, that was about 45 out on a tight angle, and he's put it through here for the Noble Park Footy Club, and they only trail by 11.
That's a goal that's kicked on instinct. He didn't even look. He just knew where the goals was. As you said, 45 out and on a very big angle there, and a great comeback by Noble Park.
Tell you what, they needed that. They actually needed that goal because the ball's been going into their forward 50, and their key forwards are struggling to take a mark.
The difference, though, Brad and Brash, in the last 10 minutes, Noble Park's been kicking the ball high into the forward line. They need to run it in there and keep it low. So back into the middle. Vital goal for Noble Park. Byers got the hit out that time. It's going to probably get wrapped up in there, I would say. Yep, the umpire says we'll have a ball up. So 23 minutes played, and the margin is back to something a little bit more manageable for Noble Park. It's 11 points, so basically 2 kicks. As the ball goes up, good old wrestle on the ruck there. The tap out from Noble Park, nicely picked up by Noble Park, but it's Churg when he gets the ball down the line. That's probably going to go out of bounds. It's not a great kick at all, and in fact, it's gone out of bounds on the full. So free kick to Noble Park. If they could get another one before quarter time, they'd be absolutely delighted, but that's not a great kick, and it's easily cut off, and ball can rebound as they send it inside. Jaffa Williams gets a handball off. Plenty, that's a terrible kick. It's gone right across the field. They're going to be a bit lucky, maybe, Balwyn, as they
go down the line, but that's a good spoil.
Actually, that was a tackle from behind by Noble Park that threw that ball and off case, off the board, and that's how that possession eventuated, Brett.
So, in the blink of an eye, 1 minute Noble Park are attacking, and now they've got some defending to do. 24 minutes gone as the ball goes in. It's tapped nicely down there. I think it was Anderson into the tight stuff, and appeals for all sorts of things, but Lambert, as he comes up with the ball, in fact, he's got a free kick.
High tackle, yeah.
I thought it might have been. It's Martin, in fact. So Kyle Martin will get a free kick. He's looking around for someone to kick to. Douches a load in the middle there, but he doesn't get it. He decides to switch it and go right across the ground to Morrison. Noble Park probably looking to just try and close it up here as Jaffa Williams gets a good spoil in there and knocks the ball out of bounds.
So Jaffa Williams has been prolific here in this first quarter for the Tigers. And 25 minutes played now we're approaching here in this first term out at Balwyn Footy Club as the ball is thrown in. Byers couldn't win the tap. It's contested in a pretty crowded 40-metre line hand. We'll have another ball up. So 11 points the margin. This Queen's birthday weekend, in comes Byers. He fists it down and ball's not going anywhere except straight back into the umpire's hands for another ball up. Both teams doing a pretty good job at the contest, creating a lot of traffic as it comes in again. Here's another Byers now, wins it again. Looking there was Nelson. Also there was Marola. As the Noble Park concede possession here, the kick coming back to a Balwyn's way in the direction of Goebbels, but flying at the back and unable to take it there was Waddell. And that's gone out over the boundary line, touched off the boot, so it won't be out on the full. And a boundary throw in half forward flank here for Balwyn, far side of the ground. As Byers back into the ruck, he's going to go up against Baglava. Rotating with Anderson so far this afternoon. Baglava wins the tap this time. It goes back towards the boundary line. Great work there here from Balwyn. The kickers are high up and under in the direction there of Pendlebury with Morrison. Almost took it one-handed, did Pendlebury. And it goes back out for a boundary throw in the forward pocket here for Balwyn. Ryan Morrison has got the job on Pendlebury all afternoon. 2 goals so far to Pendlebury, his first 2 of the season. So in comes the throw. Anderson into the ruck. Baglava couldn't take it, and it's going nowhere. Another boundary throw. We're about 20 metres out from the Balwyn goal. Just a battle of inches here at the moment, late in this first term, after an explosive start from both teams. Neither team won it, as Nelson diving in on it there for Noble Park, and yet another ball up here in the forward line for Balwyn. So in comes to throw Baglava now up against Gaines, and well, that ball's going back over the boundary line, and stoppage number 7 as we go boundary side to Matt Fodia.
Interesting to see Noble Park have put some players with more height as the loose man now, with Haynes going back to drop in front of Pendlebury.
So he's played quite well, Haynes, as the umpire to throw it in. 27 minutes gone, so we can't have a lot of time left in this first quarter. I'm just waiting for it to be thrown in. Eventually it is. Waddell gets to the front spot, gets the knockdown there. Noble Park, they managed to hack it out. Trying to get hands on one of the Noble Park players. It was Marson who got scragged. Inside they go, inside 50. Jaffa Williams, I tell you what, he's everywhere. He should kick. Oh no, he's decided to sort of pop back a funny old kick. I think he was probably going for goal, but it almost looked like he was trying to centre it. It was a bit of a strange one. And it's gone out of bounds, so we'll have a thrower. Not the worst result for Balwyn though. Only 28 minutes played, and they still lead by 11 points on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Looks like Churgwin's injured on the far side of the ground.
Get Matt Fody to keep an eye on that as the ball goes in. Free kick. It's going to be to Noble Park, I think. Must have been some pushing in there. And that'll come as a very welcome thing as they clear it through Gaines. Little chip across the back pocket, finds Martin. Just taking his time. Goes down. That's an awful kick. He's kicked it straight to Churgwin. And I'll tell you what, that's a dreadful mistake. Jaffa Williams goes inside 50, looking for goal balls. The mark is taken by Pendlebury. Chris Pendlebury, I tell you what, they may have to rethink the matchups because Pendlebury's getting the better of Nelson so far. And he's going to go back and line up his 3rd goal of the day. And you wouldn't back him against him here. They've been very accurate. Balwyn, they've kicked just 1 behind for the day. And most of the kicks have been from about this position. So you'd expect him to kick this Pendlebury for number 3. There's the kick. He's got it. straight through. So Chris Pendlebury getting off the leash. That's his third. And Balwyn lead 6-1-37 to 3-2-20 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
That's probably not the goal that Noble Park would want in the last 5 minutes of play here, Ray, where the player has been in the forward 50. They really did need to hold strong there, didn't they?
Yeah, what Rodney Eade's done, he's gone tall on the forward line. You know, he's got Goebbels playing really deep towards the square. He's got Pendlebury in the square, and he's got this other tall guy, I don't know who it is, in the square right now.
Waddell.
Three very talls here, and that's really exploiting Noble Park.
So Noble Park looking to respond here with a late one. Good tackle applied here on the edge of the centre square here for the Bulls. It comes back out now, and the Balwyn trying to break back out. Good hand over the top there to Collis. Shook the tackle, got a free kick in the process.
I reckon he ducked into that. I would call play on.
Yep.
Here's the kick out here on the centre wing to Fraser. Fraser pumps it in towards the forward line in direction of Goebbels. Bounces over his head, taken here by Morrison. Got to be quick as he's tackled there by Smith. Dropped it, played on advantage, paid as Goebbels puts it through from behind, but is coming back. And great tackle there by Smith, getting Morrison under pressure. And well, this would be a bit of a dagger through the heart here in the first quarter for Noble Park in terms of their momentum. It's all been all Balwyn so far, late in this last 10 minutes anyway.
You got Balwyn's forward 50 intensity in the last 5 or 6 minutes in time on has really upset Noble Park's momentum here.
So Smith on the tightest of angles. See if he runs around the mark. He goes check side. Oh, what an absolute ripper. Let's just wait for the umpire's confirmation. He's got it through. Contender for goal of the day there from Liam Smith. That was an absolute beauty. Got the protractor out and measured it perfectly. 7-1-43 Balwyn lead. Noble Park 3-2-20. 30 minutes gone into time on here, Brash. Yeah,
and that was a magnificent goal. But I tell you what, that's one of the hardest positions on this ground to kick a goal, and put that as a really, really important goal there for Balwyn.
Oh, it's a magnificent kick, and it really gives Balwyn some pretty decent breathing space. Coming over the top and winning it was Noble Park through games. Now it's in the hands of ZJ, but the whistle's gone as Noble Park send it forward. I'm sure I heard a whistle there. I must be hearing things. Byers goes to ground. Now it's back to Byers. Byers gets it towards goal, but he's way off target. And in fact, it's gone out of bounds as we go boundary side with Matt Fodio.
That whistle's for a mark, Brett.
Okay. So, got a restart. We're playing a long first quarter here. 31 minutes we've had, so there can't be a lot of time to go. So brought in by Balwyn. It's a nice kick out towards mark almost taken there. Chancellor it was. But it's a free kick to Noble Park, so they've got one more opportunity as they kick, and that's an easy mark. Taken unopposed by Collis, just standing there in front of goals. And this is going to be a much needed goal if you can put this one through with time all but up on this first quarter. So Will Collis. Actually got a Dylan Collis playing for Balwyn. I'm not sure if they're brothers or not. Here's Collis. Comes and gets pretty close to the man on the mark, but he's put it through. Nice kick. So Noble Park get one back, and a very, very timely goal it is too. 7-1-43 plays 4-3-27 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, and we're deep into time on now. 32 minutes gone.
That's a great time to get a goal, Brash. When you're down and you're right at the end of the quarter there, and they're fourth for the quarter.
Actually, it's actually a bonus goal, Ray, because how often does a quarter go 32 minutes and you're able to score a goal?
True.
Fourth quarter of the 2005 Grand Final against Swans. That's I only know that being an Eagles fan.
We were wrong.
Here we go.
Leo, marry each heart out.
7-1-43 plays 4-3-27. 33 minutes gone, first term, and in comes the tap. One by Byers, roved well there by Martin. A high up and under in towards the 40-metre. Great mark taken to the back there by Marson, but he's given the free kick away, pushing out. As Gilchrist has the ball now here for Balwyn. He pumps one towards the centre wing on the far wing there in the direction, or intended target there was Waddell, but taking it now it was Gilchrist. Gilchrist now about 100 metres from home, and not much on offer. So
he's been a bit quiet this quarter, Rennie's just, it looks like he's just going to work his way into the game this afternoon.
And another kick in short, and Balwyn just playing the possession game here, waiting for that siren.
I think the timekeeper's watch has stopped.
He's probably out getting a burger. Here's one back now here to Tregear.
Well,
I'm sure I will be at the first quarter break, but as we approach 34 minutes, Tregear's long, low kick in towards the direction of Waddell. He takes the mark.
Gee, you won't get much change out of a tenner there, mate.
As the kick comes in the direction there, but taken there by Gaines here on the half-back flank. As all the Tranby Burgers rating number 1 so far. There it is. First, their quarter time siren sounds here between Balwyn and Noble Park, and we finish 7-1-43. Balwyn leading Noble Park 4-3-27 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Brasher.
Yeah, a great quarter there by Balwyn. 7-1-43 goal kick.